But today I am still just a METHOD man. METHOD man. Here I am. Hey, you, get off my cloud. You don't know me and you don't know my style. Who be getting down with the jam at the ground? Here I am. The Method Man. Patty cake, yeah. The Method Man. And I don't eat green eggs and spam. Peanut butter, cause I'm not butter. Plus up, snap back like a bumper. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people. It's good. What is good? Is he or is he coming back? Floyd Money Mayweather. Is he coming back to boxing? I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. They're making a big deal because he's in the Philippines, but I think he just go over there for a holiday. Why would he go to the Philippines to negotiate the fight? I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. He's in Boracay. Chilling in Boracay with the fans. He's 42. I think he will come back and take part in some kind of fight. It depends on the value of the Pacquiao rematch, I guess. If he can get his usual, what is it? How much is Floyd? Is it 8, 9, or 7 figures? So you can't keep up no more. He'll do what he's gonna do, innit? He'll do what he's got to do. Temptation is too much. Too much money, hey Floyd. Too much money. You know what I mean? Too much money. Throwing money at him, man. So the oldies are getting financial incentive to stay in right now. That's what's happening. They're getting too much financial incentive. Way too much. And if he goes for it, what can you say, really? What can you say? Like, I don't think no one will be surprised. Look at the figures that's being bet. If he takes on Canelo, they were saying it could be the fight. He won't get $1 billion purse, but the fight could generate up to $1 billion. How much he's taking a big chunk out of that? 500 million or something? I don't know. Look at fucking mad purses. Crazy purses, bro. You know what I mean? The big purses. So we're going to stay on top of that and see what's happening. Yeah. Mayweather, not gone. Not finished with it yet. He said he was going to retire, but there's no way. If they're throwing around the type of figures they're throwing around, it's hard to believe them, isn't it, really? I can't believe you, Floyd, you're going to retire. Where are you going to retire with all that money? And you like money? Your name's Money. Hey, yo, Money. Your money, your name's Money. You're going to go for the money. You know what I mean? Then Klitschko, another oldie. David Price has put himself in the frame. Apparently, old Pricey says put himself forward as a potential opponent for Vladimir Klitschko. And just to make himself like really available, he says he offers himself as easy potential comeback opponent for Vladimir Klitschko. God damn, Dave. Don't fight Klitschko. He's going to knock you out really badly. He's going to knock you out really badly, Dave. You know what I mean? Don't do it, Dave. He'll knock you out really badly. I know you got this cachet value. You think you can get away with it. And there's going to be something, yeah, I want Dave fight Klitschko. Yeah, listen. You're going to knock Dave's going to get knocked out bad, man. Really bad. You know? Well, it's up to you, Dave. So he's agreed $100 million deal, free fight deal with the Zone. 120 million free fight deal with the Zone. And he'll be back on May the 25th at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, Ukraine. The opponent still to be announced. When asked by H&J on TalkSport on Klitschko's need for an opponent, Price stated enthusiastically, "I'd love that. That would be great, wouldn't it?" I don't know, Dave. Maybe it's just a warm-up opponent. There's a little, you're going to get dusted. Why not? Why not let Dave have the payday? Because I'm sure the first opponent isn't going to be a back-to-back killer. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know. Said, yeah, Vlad's probably looking for an easy one to come back. So definitely like the opportunity. I bet you, Dave. So Klitschko, he's not fought since April 2017 when he was smashed around by Anthony Joshua. Is it good these oldies coming back? Is it good or bad? Or are you indifferent? Maybe you like Floyd's comeback, you don't like Klitschko's, or maybe you like Klitschko's, don't like Floyd's comeback. How do you want it? McGregor, what's up, man? Coming back. Yeah, May the 25th. May the 25th. Hey, Obbs, what's good? Yeah, man. What's happening, man? Klitschko ends Price with a nasty one. A nasty one-punch KO. Yeah. Carl Palmer, watch you with smiley face. I'd watch it. Yeah, I know you, Carl. You just want to see Dave get broke up in it. Might as well see poor DM get broke up in a poor Pricey. Poor Pricey. Getting stretched over the canvas. It's all good. Yeah, the old timers, they're not giving it in, man. They can't give it up like that, man. The cash incentives out there, like the Zone, just throwing that cash out, man. Just throwing that cash out, man. There's gonna be a slow up in that output soon. I mean, they're gonna want to return. They're surely gonna want to return on all the cash they're sending out there, and they are sending a whole load of cash out there. You know. Woo. Okay. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. If you're an old fighter in there and you're fighting for peanuts to pay the rent or the mortgage or pay off an ex-wife, a bitter old wife, and some alimony or child support settlement, not so good. Not so good, but you know. When you're getting 60, 120, 120 million over 3 fights and whatever money Floyd's going to be getting. I mean, look how old these guys, how these old guys commanding such purses. You know why that is? Because the change of the guard as it went through. The only reason Klitschko is even thinking about a comeback now is because Wilder, and I was saying, from my end, I'm like, look, I'm not attacking, but from my end, he's the one who's prevented the undisputed heavyweight championship. And with Errol Spence and Crawford not getting it on and getting the undisputed title down there, you see, these are key divisions. These are key divisions. Yeah, 160 key divisions, but they don't have a Mayweather or a Klitschko who's just retired from there recently, coming back. But you know, these divisions need to be tied up and change the guard. The guard hasn't changed. We can't get Vladimir Klitschko out of our consciousness yet because these guys haven't unified belts. There's no undisputed in the key divisions. So they're throwing mad money at these guys because they're not providing enough entertainment. So people want to see the old people come back. You need to provide better entertainment, man. You know? It's crazy. It is crazy. They're not done. They're not done. They're not done, man. They're not done. They're not done. Okay. This story is flipping stupid. Manel Ch's an idiot, man. Manel Ch must be on flipping crack. Let me read the article. I'm trying to get it to pop up now. I'll read this article. Manel Ch. I tell you what, Manel Ch, yeah, no disrespect to him, because he's a boxer and a gladiator, but he's not a very intelligent guy. Like, imagine you're a boxer and a regular person from the internet is trolling. Now, I'm not telling him he can't respond, because he might be pissed. The guy saying, you got knocked out and you're a bum and running his mouth. But the fact that you are not clever enough to see that you're a heavyweight boxer and this troll is goading you online, and then you go and meet him, right? You agree to meet each other, and you don't have a gun with you. Who's going to come and fight you as a heavyweight who's fought for world championships without a weapon? The guy brought a gun and blasted him in his chest. What do you think the guy was going to do? Stand toe to toe with you? You're a fucking dummy. Why do you turn up for anyway? I don't get it. Well, your pride was hurt that bad? Ridiculous. You've got to be crazy. You've got to be out of your mind. Out of your mind. Manel Ch says Dillian Whyte is irrelevant. Dillian Whyte is irrelevant, an irrelevant contender in the heavyweight division, and shouldn't be described as a sportsman or a challenge. Manel Ch, who says a fight with Whyte is of no interest to him, either in the short or long term. Dillian Whyte, of course, is on the hunt for an opening, having been snubbed by having snubbed a deal to fight Anthony Joshua, not the other way around, and being snubbed by Deontay Wilder and getting leapfrogged by Dominic Brazil. So he has been linked to fights with the likes of Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin, and yes, Manel Ch, who has one of the weaker belts. I don't know, is it regular? Who cares, right? So in a conversation with Jack Figg of Sunsport, he was quick to rule himself out. I'm not interested in a fight against Dillian Whyte, Charles said. He is not a sportsman and not a challenge. He's irrelevant. He has made good fights and won, but he's not ready to fight against me. This athlete should not be given a platform for a world championship. I really want to fight in England. My favorite opponents are the super sportsmen, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. These two athletes would be a big challenge for me personally. Talent against experience. I have the ring experience. I just want to fight the best. And AJ and Fury are the best fighters from the UK. As well as being super sportsmen. One imagines Joshua and Fury's ability to make Ch a very... I mean, who are you to call a serious sportsman? Didn't you test positive? What did he test positive for recently? Who are you to critique anyone about being a sportsman man? Ridiculous.
What's up, Beats?
I'm just listening to reading Manel Ch, and he's an idiot. The man's an idiot.
Manel Ch?
Yeah.
What's he saying?
He said that Dillian Whyte is irrelevant. He's not a true sportsman. And he's got no intention of facing it.
Isn't Manel Ch's best victory Kevin Johnson?
Probably. And
it's got to be Kevin Johnson or maybe Ustinov, maybe.
And Danny Williams.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who's lost to Breedis and DeHapa.
Right. Ridiculous. Crazy person. Maybe, I don't know.
Didn't he test positive for cocaine?
Yeah, and he's talking about someone being a sportsman.
Dillian might just be Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora last year.
Yeah, exactly. Former world champions.
He's one of the top 3 names in British boxing right now in terms of any pay-per-view that happens. Dillian Whyte's he's a pay-per-view fighter.
Right. Exactly. That's his only route to pay-per-view that would try someone like Dillian.
Like, I can see Fury fighting Manel Ch just because Fury's fighting Tom Schwartz. I could actually see that happening. But realistically, Anthony Joshua ain't going to fight Manel Ch. Because Anthony Joshua will say, who is he? There's no point in them fighting them. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, Carlos Takam literally brings more name notoriety than Manel Ch.
Of course, man. Of course, Takam's like fought in good fights. Like, I don't know. Didn't Povetkin knocked out Manel Ch?
Both Povetkin and Vitali knocked him out, man.
Yeah.
Like, Manel Ch went the distance with Sefer Safiri.
Yes, he did.
He's
the second best cruiserweight in Albania.
Yeah, he's so good they had to name him Twice Beats.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy person. And what is it? They've withheld Cash Ali's purse for biting David Price. He's suspended. His purse was around 20 grand.
Yeah, his purse has been withheld, hasn't it?
Yeah. He bought it on himself, though, didn't he?
Yeah, you can't be doing that, man. You can't be giving hickeys in the ring, can you?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, man. The old timers coming back. Floyd coming back. Klitschko coming back. It's not good, man. They're having to bring back the old guys because the younger fighters are not representing, man. They're not providing the fights. They're not providing the fights, man. We should have forgot about Mayweather. Not forgot about Mayweather, but we shouldn't, be talking about Mayweather like he's relevant in the welterweight or any division right now, or Klitschko. Should have Spence and Crawford by? They should have fought twice by now, Spence and Crawford, since Mayweather retired. And Wilder,
or even Spence and Thurman, or Crawford and Thurman. All these guys should be fighting each other, man.
Yeah,
seen none of it.
Wilder and Fury, Wilder and Joshua, they should have fought twice too.
Dillian White should have probably had a fight with two of them guys by now as well. Like a Fury or a Wilder as well. And even Luis Ortiz should have, and Povetkin should have had more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Like, I'm looking at all these fights like Wilder Brazil, yeah, and Fury Schwartz, and Joshua versus Miller. And the most competitive one for me there is Joshua Miller. But even Usyk on debut, for me, is fighting a tougher opponent on his debut, Carlos Takam, than Fury is in Tom Schwartz.
You think Miller's the most competitive, more competitive than Brazil and
Wilder? I think if Miller has a chin, it's a question. You know what I mean? It's a question mark. That's the question mark. Like, I think Jarrell Miller can call. Like, at the end of the day, he's 310 pounds. He's got a lot of volume, and if he has a very good chin, he can cause Joshua some issues. I'm not going to write him off. I think he's a fighter, man.
Okay.
So, I mean, Joshua is a very, very good fighter.
Well, he's got a shot. This is the shot. Once you get a shot, you've got to go all out. Man.
Most definitely. And as you've seen in the past in the heavyweight division, it wouldn't be that big of a shock for a guy that size with that level of volume to be able to win a fight. It wouldn't be that big of a shock. I mean, stranger things have happened.
I think it's a massive. I think it would be one of the biggest shocks for me since massive shock if Miller pulled it off. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm overranking Joshua a little, but I think it's a very hard task for Miller. Like, his lack of range, man.
Man, Joshua gonna knock that big turbo lord out.
Yeah, that's why.
Look, I think he's going to, but of the three fights, I think it's more competitive. I think it's more competitive than Brazil Wilder, to be honest.
I don't know. Brazil can. People talk about. I think Brazil can fight. I think both of them gonna be competitive, but until they get hit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it's like a foregone conclusion. Like, I just don't think Brazil has any speed or anything like that to really hit Wilder much. I think he's too slow.
Neither did Duhaupas.
A lot of people didn't have speed to hit him.
True. We'll see.
And Molina.
It's true. He's been landed on by a lot of guys. I'm not denying that. I just
Shelly, the thing is, he gets him, but he got that freakish power.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be hard to knock Brazil out with just looking for one shot, and it's going to be very hard. It's not going to be that easy to do it. I'm telling you that now. It's not going to be that easy. How much big people that size of Wilder knocked out, like at that level?
That's true. I don't think it's an easy fight by any means, and I just feel like I have Wilder a heavy favorite, just like I have Joshua a heavy favorite against Brazil. The only difference is I just think
Joshua had to nail flipping Brazil to the canvas, man. He had to nail him down literally. It took him about 7-8, and he got up from a knockdown. It was a hard knockdown, but you never know. This is a tough fight. I think it's a tough fight, man. He blooded up Joshua's nose, man.
Yeah.
Bloodied his nose up.
But didn't Joshua admit that he had the flu the week of that fight?
Yeah, but still, I think Brazil is even if it was a 70% Joshua, he hung him tough, man.
That's the only
He
thing
hung
he
in
really
tough,
feel
right?
is blood his
Let's be
nose
real.
because he jabbed him
He
beats,
hung
but he got
hung
beat
in
up
tough.
though.
He hung in
beat up
tough,
though.
but he got the shit beat out of him in every single round. Every damn round. He landed maybe a few punches, got him with one nice shot maybe here or there, and he
It was
busted
that
his
jab.
nose.
He was using
But
his
he
jab.
got
That's why bloody his
beat
nose up. But he got beat up.
brutally, man. He got beat up. Like, I'm talking a massive one-sided knockout that fight. There was no round in there where he was competitive.
No, he's got to put his punches together with these big heavyweights, man, who got full training camp. You got to put your... See, that's why he didn't get fury out of it. He didn't put his punches together. He just relied on the one shot. With the one shot, yeah, he can be dangerous, but to get rid of people and to make a decisive imprint on winning, you got to put your shots together, man.
I think he need to try to go for body shots in this fight.
I think he needs to live on top of Wilder's chest.
Yeah.
I think he needs to use that 260-pound frame, use his arms, tuck them, stop Wilder from getting any leverage, keep him on the ropes, live on his body, and throw all types of dirty shots. I think if he allows Wilder to get full leverage and land on him, like from full leverage, full range, like right hand, he'll get dropped. And eventually it'll be telling and it'll be a TKO from the referee.
Ooh.
Although I could see Wilder breaking his hand on his head and losing the fight that way.
That's another thing, man. Like, you know, like
he's got a hard head.
Eventually, like, you need skills, because even if you're a puncher, one day someone's going to take the shot. For me, someone's going to take that shot and walk through it. I don't know who it is, but one person will. You know, Jerry Quarry did it to Ernie Shavers. Shavers could hit. One person will take the shot, and then what? That's when you need them skills, man. That's when you need them skills.
Mm-hmm.
When you need the skills. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Jeff Boxing, what's up? Carl Palmer. They basically gave Vlad that Wilder money. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah. 120 mil, man, Vlad. That's good. Good dough, yeah? Would you come back if you was Vlad?
Huh?
Would you come back if you was Vlad for 120 free fights?
I would. I just find the whole article very odd that it was released on the 1st of April.
Who's that, with Vlad?
Yeah, this whole story's been released today, the 1st of April. I find that a little bit odd.
Oh, so you doubting the story, or?
I yeah, kind of. I mean, May 15th is only 5 weeks away. Vlad's going to be fighting.
Vlad's in shape, bro. Vlad's in shape.
I know he's in shape, but in the Ukraine and he's signing to the zone, why is he fighting in Ukraine if it's on the zone? Wouldn't they?
Olympic Stadium, Kiev.
I know it's a big stadium and stuff, but wouldn't they want to have him in the US if they're paying him 120 million for 3 fights? So if they're paying 40 million,
people are forgetting the zone is an international app. They can't have everything in America.
Mm.
Yeah.
So maybe you could be right though. You could be right for paying him all that money. Maybe they might need it in America. You got a point, man.
Because they're trying to build in America. They're spending $40 million to showcase him to the Ukraine. Seems a little suspect. They already know who he is.
And and the Ukraine is an unusual venue. It's normally Germany for the Klitschkos, isn't it?
Yeah, although to be fair, like this has come out. This story really broke out of the Ukraine and then was brought up on the Sun as well, and they're the only ones really talking about it. So it was reported by the Sun, and stories breaking from the Ukraine. So it's
Carlton, Brazil bloodied AJ's nose, man. He did bloody his nose.
So did Carlos Takam.
Yeah,
and he got beat up too.
Yeah, maybe that's what Miller should target is AJ's nose, man. Oh, Doc, you ain't got a link, Doc?
I'll get the link out to Doc. I'll link Doc quick.
Yeah, man.
Here you go, Doc.
Let's see.
ASAP link.
Good stuff, man. I don't mind seeing him come back because at least he doesn't have that weak gene pool he was defending against. They were relatively weak, although he beat everyone who he could beat. In all fairness to him, but like him taking on the Fury rematch, the likes of Joshua rematch is good. Wilder said, I mean, not being funny. Wilder makes ridiculous statements. He said Fury has to prove himself. I mean, since when did a 10-year champion not just walk straight into title fights? I mean, you're going to get a massive payday. Loads of people will turn up to watch. What is it? Like, I mean, what did Gerald Washington do to prove himself to fight? And that was voluntary. Or Chris Arreola. But Klitschko has to prove. I mean, Klitschko is ridiculous. Klitschko has to prove himself, but Arreola and Gerald Washington don't. Or Spilker and them guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. He should be saying, yeah, I'd love to take that fight. But then again, yeah, flashbacks to sparring sessions, man, where he's on the canvas, bro, taking the body shots. You don't want to work. Don't want to smoke, bro. Don't want to smoke, Wilder. Don't want to smoke. Don't want to smoke. Sad. That's blatant.
And look who it is. It's Mr. 10 out of 10.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. How do you find out about that? Did he?
No, I remember Doug mentioned it before, so I went and I looked at it, and I was answering the questions with him, and I got 9 out of 10. I got fucked by Jimmy Ellis because I said James Tillis by fucking mistake, and I threw my lighter across the room and it burst on the wall.
That was impressive, Doug. That was impressive.
10 out of 10 is incredible, man. That's some answering right there.
Man, the app done changed, man. They just open up the zone. They covering baseball now.
Yeah, it's an international app, man. Like De
La Hoya is funny though. So Chris, answer me. Does De La Hoya still don't got that Bernard fight up there, does it?
Oh yeah, I think he do got Bernard whooping him up there. Yeah.
Did he finally put? Remember, for the longest time we were waiting for him to put that on there, and it wasn't happening.
I think he starting to. He doing it slowly. He started to put fights over there every month. He'll add him and Eddie Hearn add a different fight every month. You don't put it all out at one time. They're like teasing people.
Yeah, but my point was, of course, he puts his ass whooping at the. He waits as long as he can to put that up there.
Nah, cause he put all Bernard Hopkins fight. He didn't put the best ones to me. He put him up there. He put plenty of. He put the second Roy Jones fight. Why would you put that up there? That was garbage.
That was B-Hop probably a push for that, man.
that fight was fucking whack, man.
He put Hopkins losing the Calzaghe up there.
Bernard arguably at his dirtiest in that second fight.
He put Hopkins losing to Calzaghe. I guess he putting people up there other than his fighters with famous names too.
See, the WBC screw everything up now. Dillian White could be in a chance of taking on Deontay Wilder before the end of the year, according to Eddie Hearn. See, and like man, because it, they didn't mandate. They should have mandated Dillian to get the shot a long time ago. So now they might be forced into a situation. However, the majority of the boxing world are hopeful of seeing a unification clash between Wilder and Joshua. The pair almost agreed to a deal, blah, blah, blah. Rumors have been circulating that Joshua and Wilder finally meeting before the end of the year, with the American revealing he agreed to the fight if he was handed a 50-50 split. He doesn't deserve a 50-50 split, in Eddie Hearn's opinion. And by the way, Dillian White will probably be his mandatory anyway, which suits Eddie fine. You know, because he'll be able to keep it all in the zone. See, Dillian's not going to ESPN, man. So Eddie said, so he's either going to have to fight AJ or Dillian White. Maybe no intervening bouts with Dillian, so he's got to fight Dillian next.
I would love to see that, man. I'd also love to see Eddie try and force this to a purse bid so the zone can actually outbid and have the fight take place in the zone. And if Wilder doesn't take it, he has to vacate.
Well, that's where we need to get with it, because, I mean, Dillian did deserve a title shot. He did, really. I mean, you can't. I mean, how many heavyweight challenges offer the champion more than what he's ever earned and then get turned down? That's not. It's not something that happens. It's a challenge. The challenge is offering you a career high payday, and it's turned down. You know.
As much as Dillian deserves a title shot, yeah, a part of me thinks he kind of like doesn't as well, and I can explain it just very simple, right? He's had the opportunity to fight, like I know, for the second mandatory with Luis Ortiz, and he rejected it. Kubrat Pulev to become mandatory for the IBF, he rejected it. Offered a world title fight with Anthony Joshua, rejected it. Like, a part of me is like, right, that's a little bit like just annoying. You're talking about not getting the opportunities, and you're getting the opportunities, and you're not taking them.
Okay, that's it's a different perspective. So we'll see if anyone agrees with you in chat. One sec. Let's see.
Like, I want the man to have a title fight, but he's been offered, like, a lot of times himself. He's been getting opportunities, and he's rejecting them too. So it's like both sides.
At the same time, he was offered an eliminator against Luis Ortiz, and all he asked the WBC is, if I beat him, will I get a direct shot? And they didn't get back to the guy. I mean, he did do quite a bit to, just make the fight.
Well, they said it was a second mandatory with Luis Ortiz. That's what they said. So it would be after Brazil would have gotten his, and he said that he wasn't happy playing second fiddle to Brazil.
Well,
then with the IBF,
can you blame him? I mean, Brazil fought Molina.
No, I can't blame him, man. Like, honestly, look, I can't blame him. But at the same point, the WBC fucked up, right? So they've offered him another way to go about it, and he said no. So he said no, right? That's the reality of the situation. Like, you can't fix what's been already broken. You can only try and do it another way.
Yeah, where it got screwy, from what I've heard and read, got screwy with the Brazil thing, because the impression I get is basically the WBC were handed him that completely rigged mandatory shot, so he wouldn't sue them over the thing with Wilder's brother. Which doesn't make, like McGregor said, that doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? It's just that's the geography of the problem.
I'm not going in on Dillian, by the way. Dillian's one of my favorite fighters. I want to see Dillian get everything that he can. It's just that whilst he says that he's never been given an opportunity, it's bullshit, because he has been given opportunities.
Yeah,
that he's
in terms of who he's been fighting and beating. A few guys have a better claim to deserving a title shot in that regard. I'd say that much for him.
I knew they was going to do that. They put Frost and Groves up here.
1 or 2?
2. They ain't put the first one up there.
Cobra.
First fight's better than the second fight.
Yeah, I know, but they
Probably
wanted to hit that. It's all about highlight knockout.
Yeah, it's all who's got the film rights, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, like they slowly upload. I ain't think they putting all of it up at one time. They slowly putting it. They catalog up here. Well, it's in the vault section of the zone. The fights from the vault.
Mm.
Are you excited about that Crawford Khan fight, Beats?
No. I'm expecting Khan to get beaten decisive. I mean,
What if it turned out to be a good fight? We talking about he gonna get punched up. That'd be funny though.
it's going to be decisive, a good fight. If he couldn't, like Samuel won, but he didn't win it. I'm not saying he lost, but there was no difference. Like people said, "Oh, did you see the boxing?" No, I didn't. I didn't see the great. No,
I didn't see that against
I saw Khan getting punched in the head by Samuel Vargas and running for his life most of the fight.
I saw Amir Khan. This is what I saw: Amir Khan punching in spots, getting countered. Punching in spots, getting countered.
What's the other guy that Errol Spence beat up? That punched him up too.
Chris
That's
Algieri.
what we're talking about. Yeah, Samuel Vargas.
Yeah.
No, Chris Algieri.
Algieri.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Punched him up. Was punching him up.
Punched him up.
that deer and headlights look on Khan's face when Algeria came right at him and started winging them right hands. Priceless.
Look, Khan's only shot is to get Crawford out before the adjustments are made. Once Crawford adjusts, then does his adjustments to his opponent's skill set. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, everybody's got to get this. That was what happened with Garcia. He was getting pieced up for 2 or 3 rounds before he finally got the timing down on it, kind of, and punched with it.
I remember when Lamont Peterson made the adjustment on it, started working to his body. He was like a during a great fight. It was a great fight. Don't get me wrong. Khan was in it. Could have went either way, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, Khan went from looked dominant early in that fight too, didn't he? Did he knocked him out or there was a questionable non-knockdown, I think, early on and all that.
Down Peterson in the first. It was a knockdown. He knocked him down.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's Khan's got that pattern. He started fast against Maidan. I started fast against Danny Garcia. Started fast against Lamont Peterson. That's what he does.
He says when he beats Crawford, they will class me as one of the best pound for pound in the sport.
Well, that's the classic Khan, irrational confidence.
It's an interesting thing though. If he does beat him, he's beating a guy who a lot of people have in their pound for pound number 1 or 2 spot.
Well, he's got to get. Obviously, if it happened, he'd get some kind of credit.
He'd also become a 2-weight world champion.
Yeah.
Well, a pretty decent resume to add.
Damn. Lomachenko and Crawford, Crowler come on next week, don't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Crowler.
Which fight's more competitive? Khan and Crawford or Loma Crowler?
It all depends, What did you say, Chris?
I'm going to say Khan and Crawford. I think Lomachenko get ready to beat the hell out of Anthony Crowler.
I'll speak too soon. He's going to win. I think Lomachenko wins, but he's still acclimatizing to that 135-pound division, which Crowler has done all his life. He's going to look like the Matrix.
Crowler's got a way better chance to go the distance. I'll say that much for it.
He's going to cut Crowler up, watch. He's going to cut him up, bro.
I don't know.
Crowler's a tough guy, man, and he's big at that way. He's a big guy at that way.
A tough guy that's going to get hit in the face by 150 times.
He's gonna get lit up. That's for sure. I'm just saying. I think he'll last. I think Khan will. It may sound weird, but I think Khan will present more resistance or pushback, if you will, of note. But I think Crowler's got a way better chance of going the distance.
Khan gonna look like Neo. I mean, he gonna look like Neo Anthony Crowler, Lomachenko.
Neo from Matrix? What are we talking about?
Neo from Matrix.
Good Lord.
Damn, they got beats. They go on the ESPN Plus. They got a lot of bear fights. They got Bear versus Braddock, Bear versus Canera, Bear versus Galat, 2-ton Tony Galato.
Oh man,
man, great fights.
Basilio versus DeMarco 1 and 2.
He knocked out a lot of dudes, didn't he?
Sugar Ray Robinson. Damn, they got a lot of old fights out here.
See, how come we can't get the Zan over here, man? So
This it's on ESPN Plus.
oh, ESPN Plus got all that.
Yeah, they got all the old fights up here. I'm gonna tell you what they got. They got Ali versus Bling, Ali versus Cavallo, Ali Foley, Foreman, Frazier 2, Frazier 3, Frazier 1. Damn, Ali Johnson, Ali Jones, Ali Liston 1, 2, Ali Lau, Ali Meldenberger, Ali Norton 1, 2, and 3. Ali Patterson. They got all Ali fights. Corey and Whatman.
Yeah, man, that's quite an impressive library.
And Bob Foster versus Dick Tiger. What the fuck? Frazier versus Ellis.
Foster and Dick Tiger. I haven't actually seen that.
It's on ESPN Plus. So I'm glad I ain't gonna cancel it. I thought I was gonna cancel it. They got Griffin versus Benavida 2. Sugar Ray Robinson. They got both of the fuller fights with Sugar Ray Robinson.
Benvenuti. Nino Benvenuti.
Frazier Ramos. Griffin Perret 2.
Oh boy, Death in the Ring. Death in the Ring.
Johnson versus Jeffries. They going way back.
Oh, they got Johnson versus Jeffries.
Lamada versus Murphy 2.
Oh, Murphy. Is that the one? Did he get knocked out in that one? Is that the light heavyweight down? No.
Damn, they got all Joe Louis fights up here too.
Brown Bomber.
Marciano versus Lasterza. I don't know. I can't pronounce his name.
Roland
Lastarza.
Yeah, Roland.
They got the first one. Marciano Lane.
That was a difficult fight, the first one. I mean, controversial decision, actually.
Marcia Moore.
Second one, he punched him through the ropes. Punched through the ropes, man.
Matthews versus Nordico.
Garcia opposition. What do you think of this Ryan Garcia? They're saying that the change coach, Eddie, Reynoso, has changed him. He's ready to challenge for title. What has he done to make that assessment? Is he ready for title?
I don't know, man. He ain't fighting nobody that I'm impressed with here. I think he's gonna get punched up by somebody.
Ryan Garcia, he fights at 130, doesn't he?
Yeah.
135.
135, is it?
135.
So he's fighting at lightweight. So the champions are Mikey, Richard Comey, and Vasyl Lomachenko.
Good luck with that. That's good luck with that.
Damn.
So Ryan Garcia is ready for Vasyl, Mikey, and Richard Comey. Man, he ain't even ready for Luke Campbell.
Convinced he's ready. I'm not convinced he's ready for Richard Comey.
Luke Campbell probably knocks Ryan Garcia out, in all honesty.
I was asking for that fight yesterday. I was saying, yeah, I'd like to see that fight. It's Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia. I'd like to see that.
Do you think Ryan Garcia could beat Devin Haney?
How good is Devin Haney, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither
I
one
think
of them
to me, I rate Devin Haney higher than I rate Ryan Garcia. Just to me, on my eye test, just my eye test. That's all. It's not on resumes. Both of them have piss poor resumes, don't they? We can't read. Same with Teofimo Lopez, but I think Teofimo beats
calling out Tank for a while.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia against Tank, even at 130. Like, does he beat Miguel Berchelt?
Oh,
are we sure Ryan Garcia isn't fighting at 130?
I have no idea. I'm just going by what you guys are saying.
Was that a good fight, Beats? I'm still in this library. Rob Witherspoon versus Ratliff. Was that a good fight?
No, I think he blew him out. That's
I ain't watching it then. I don't like
Tim Witherspoon's a legend. Let me actually find out here. So against Jose Lopez, he was fighting at lightweight. Yeah, 135. 135. So he's a lightweight. Huh.
Yeah, he's a lightweight. I think he is a lightweight. I think he's definitely a lightweight. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about him, though. They're very high on him. How old is he? 22? 21?
Ryan Garcia?
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia is 20.
20. He's very young.
Very young.
Do they want to rush him like that?
Yeah, that's what I want. Do you really want to toss him in there with even like Richard Kobe and get the kid busted up? I mean,
yeah.
You know,
I like the way you're saying even Richard Coleman. Richard Coleman worked him so badly.
no,
It's
I know,
weird.
but I'm saying relative. Obviously, Mikey and Loma would slap him around. It's like not even a question.
Yeah, he fights at 130, so he's a junior lightweight. So he's actually in Tank Davis's division.
It sounds like he sounds like from what you said, he's fought at both weights. Is that correct?
It seems that way because he's ranked by the WBO.
Okay.
Number one for junior lightweight in the WBO rankings. So it just went on to the WBO site. So the number one contender behind Ito is Ryan Garcia at 130, but in his last fight he fought at 135 pounds. So who did he fight before that? What weight was that at?
Oh man.
So that was let me see here.
I don't get this, man.
What's up?
Lightweight.
Why are they gonna put this on pay-per-view when you're paying for the app? You can't watch it with the app.
Watch what?
You're paying Conor Crawford.
How much do they want for the pay-per-view? I've been waiting to find that out.
They got I'm looking at the dates of all the upcoming top rank. They got the top rank press conference and top rank weigh-in, but they ain't got the fight.
No, it's a pay-per-view fight. It's pay-per-view over here.
They want you to pay. I ain't paying for the app and then got to pay for pay-per-view. I watched it on y'all shit.
I'm gonna pay for that fight.
Man, that's gonna sell like 50,000.
Yeah, it's $5. I'm gonna pay for it. There's no way I'm paying.
Nobody ain't gonna. Mikey and Spence gonna outdo that one.
It's not a good fight to me to pay for.
I'm so confused right now. Ryan Garcia has fought his last 3 fights at 135. But according to the WBO, he's ranked at 130 for number one contender. What on earth?
Should Bob have done the Khan fight over there, Beats? Would it have made it any difference? Would it have done better, you think?
I think it would it would have had more success if
it would sell out the O2.
Manchester Arena, which is probably be a better arena for Khan, because he's from Bolton, just down the road from Manchester.
Yeah, the MEN capacity. How big is that? That's like 20K, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 20.
MEN capacity is 21,000.
I'm not sure because Crawford. No one knows Crawford out here. Only boxing fans know Crawford. So unless all of his fans in Manchester turn up, to support because they know Crawford, like all the fans, the knowledgeable fans, no one knows Terence Crawford out here. They don't know who he is. No one talks about Terence Crawford.
That's true.
Yeah. Khan would obviously be the name there. But the other part of it would be that fans over there wouldn't have to try and stay up till the wee hours of the morning to see it.
Well, that's the thing. And the fact that Khan is fighting for a world title might attract a few casuals. I think it would do a good attendance at the MEM or at the OT as well.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because at both the Echo Arena in Liverpool and the arena in Birmingham, he sold out both of them against Phil Greco and Sammy Vargas.
Oh, he didn't sell them out. No, he didn't.
Are you sure? I think it was a sellout at the Birmingham Arena.
The last fight, he didn't sell it out. I don't think he did. I think he done some good numbers in the Echo. I'm not sure if he sold out the last one, though.
Let me check. Arena Birmingham versus
Hey, that
Sama.
dude Pooler said he got more videos out on there later if she keep it up.
Yeah. Old Me Too Jenny trying to get that Me Too money.
Well, that sure has gotten left on her, hasn't it? Real quick.
Yeah, she gonna drop that shit. And he said, I got more videos on her, and he talking about she ain't my type.
So the arena wasn't full. Beats, the arena wasn't full, but apparently the tickets were sold out because of StubHub.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
We need to remember that with the UK, StubHub buys out the tickets.
Yeah. Tickets sold out. So yeah. So basically, she's on that MTM, getting that MTM money at the ATM. You know what I mean? Me Too Jenny.
Me Too Jenny?
They about to that shit about to blow up in their face.
Yeah.
She better leave him to Pulev alone.
Yeah, cause he said he can release some more videos if they keep it up.
Yeah, drop it now.
Wonder if she was doing something strange for some change in one of them videos.
Yeah, she drop it now, man. You know what I mean? She looking reckless at it. You know what I mean?
Someone in the chat, a Bulgarian Bukaki release.
Yeah, Boardroom Bully says Wilder already got excuses not to fight Vlad, laughing out loud. Hey, Obs, he says big shadows are looking like Mayweather, Pac-Man, Klitschko. The young generation don't seem to be able to overcome the predecessors. Jake Cleary, Palmer, Obs is giving a shout out. You know, Boardroom Bully says Nipsey Hussle got killed before George Zimmerman. Enough said. I don't know Nipsey Hussle's music.
He kind of good. He all right. Trust me, Beats. You like me and you like sort of some of the same type of music. He can rap. He can put his bars together. He ain't like other people over there.
All right, I ain't really heard much. But R.I.P. Carlton Palmer says, "Yo, hey, Obs, is that how Char got shot in the leg? Yeah, that's how he got shot, man. About his approaching the troll. Idiot, man. Boxing for IBF. Clit's announcement was an April's Fool's joke. Okay, it could have been. That's what McGregor was saying. Tony says Char is a joker. Yeah, he is. Carl Palmer is asking, was it confirmed as a joke? No, it hasn't been yet, as far as I know. You know? Yeah, man. Boxing for IBF, he says yes, on boxing scene. Jake Cleary. Can I use BT Sport box office if I don't subscribe to BT? If you've got Virgin Media, you can.
What the hell? David Tua signs to DAZN.
David Tua? That's got to be April Fool's.
Yeah, that's April. Old ass Tua.
I saw one earlier when I just woke up from on Twitter, an account that gets a lot of news every now and then, like Boxing Kingdom. Like I was like, holy crap. And then I was like, oh, it's April Fool's, isn't it? Oh god. What was it?
Somebody got me a good April Fool's a few years ago with some boxing shit. I thought the fight was going to happen. You got my ass good with that shit.
Yeah. They shouldn't play. People shouldn't play like that, though, should they really?
Nah, I was hyped up too.
Yeah, of course. That's not a good joke, man.
They got me. I took my day off of work and everything. They let me fight.
That's fucked up. Yeah, the Maris Brady's knocked out Char, didn't he? Yeah, Jeff Boxing, you're correct. He did. Brady's knocked out Char. Fury Kemmer, he says Fury went the distance for Seferi too. No, he didn't. It got stopped. It did get stopped. Fury didn't go the distance. It got stopped.
Steve Cunningham, the best punch in the heavyweight division.
Oh, he caught Tyson with that overhand right, didn't he? That overhand right. Yeah.
It was a hell of a punch, man. So fast.
It was a good punch.
He walked into it too. That's what made it more.
Yeah, he got too animated, Fury, in it. Kind of.
Yeah.
Right. Boardroom Bully, he says free cash alley.
No, I don't respect that. He bit the man on his chest twice.
Gave him a hickey.
Yeah. Calm Palmer, didn't Derek Chisora bite someone? Yeah, he bit Paul Butlin in his chest. One of his early come-up fights. That's when you knew Derek was crazy. Yeah.
That's when we knew?
Sorry?
Is that when we knew? I thought it was like when he was like just going crazy, even in like face-offs.
Yeah, I thought he was crazy when you told me David Hay don't fight him, he gonna shoot him. You remember that shit?
But that was one of his come-up fights. I don't think he was in no face-ups up to then. Paul Butlin. It was an early fight, man. It was on a friend.
Oh, fair enough.
There wasn't even no Box Nation then, I don't think.
He slapped Klitschko and spit in the other brother's face. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he lost his rag that day there, man.
This is the one that got me earlier. Breaking news. Wow. Vladimir Klitschko will return to the ring against former unified heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis. The fight will take place on July 13th in Las Vegas. The fight will be officially announced in 2 hours, including network and regular title.
That shit was a lie. That shit was a bad April Fool's joke. I seen
I
old
just
ass
woke
Lennox
up.
Lewis.
I just woke up. I was slightly hungover. I saw it and I was like, "Oh yes," and I was like, "Oh no."
Do you see Lennox Lewis? Lennox Lewis look like my uncle right now with that bald ass head, receding hairline.
That's a strange day.
I think Lennox Lewis would still beat David Price.
Darius Price will beat that old man down. Don't do that. That man ain't been boxing.
Can't take a shot no more, man.
I think Lennox Lewis would beat David Price tomorrow morning.
Don't put that guy
I
in
don't
there.
know, Chris. David Price might end up with more blood on his chest.
Yeah, but David Price used to fight. Y'all ain't realize that man ain't fighting in your years.
Yeah. That is always a major problem there.
And he was already older. He older than Tyson too. Lennox Lewis older than Mike Tyson.
Form is temporary. Class is permanent.
Yeah, okay. Them reflexes ain't permanent.
Yeah, being used to getting punched in the face by professional fighters, that's a rather significant component, though.
And
Chris
you
is
ain't
right.
been punched in the face in about 15 years.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, yeah, I keep forgetting that I was 10 years old when he fought Vitaly Klitschko.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a while.
Where was that? In LA, that fight?
Yeah, that was at the Staples Center.
Yeah, Staples Center, man. Yeah.
I thought he was
Before that,
going
it
to
was
tear
Tyson
Klitschko
at
a
the
new
Pyramid,
asshole.
wasn't it?
Bees, I thought he was going to tear Klitschko a new asshole when that first. I'm like, man, he got beat the hell out. Then I was like, what the fuck? Round by round, start going by.
I don't know if the cuts what Vitaly sustained. I don't know. They healed so quickly because they were ridiculous cuts. They were big, thick wedge cuts. You know what I mean?
My dad was getting mad when
Klitschko had a hole through his eyelid.
Yeah.
You can see his eyeball through the eyelid.
And he fought that same year against the Canadian, Kirk Johnson. Same year. I remember that. I don't know how them cuts healed up. I don't know how he took the uppercut as well.
Yeah, that was
Kirk
5.5 months
Was Kirk
later.
Johnson the guy he replaced? Who's the guy he was replacement for?
He replaced Kirk Johnson. Kirk Johnson pulled out, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
Then he whooped Kurt Johnson ass later on, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He whooped Kirk. Kirk Johnson was wasn't a great heavyweight, but he was decent.
He was a good one. He just couldn't stay in shape, Beats.
But he came into the Klitschko fight looking like a blip. They're like, okay, what happened, man?
Yeah, because he had a six-pack one time and everything.
Yeah, because I remember he knocked out Maskayev. He had a few good performances.
But I knew he was going to get beat, though, because I seen that fight with Al Cole. He barely won that one.
I think he got DQ'd against John Ruiz, didn't he?
Yeah.
What did he do again? I can't remember. Can't remember what he did. He wasn't bad. He weren't bad. But he just
but he just had questionable performances sometimes. That's why.
Yeah. Navos, what's up? New day.
Who are we talking about?
Kurt Johnson, Canadian dude.
Canadian heavyweight.
Oh, we were talking about being disqualified, right? Against John Ruiz. That was for low blows. That was for low blows.
Yeah.
He was losing on all the judges' scorecards. Later, he appealed it to the WBA, and it was on the grounds of Joe Cortez.
Didn't Teddy Atlas leave him because he was he didn't train and shit, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Then
I heard you guys talking about the upcoming fights. From what I see, it looked like April 26th is when the real run of good fights is going to start.
Well, what's the run?
What's on April 26th?
You got the SSR Juan Estrada rematch. You got the World Boxing Super Series Prograis versus Relic.
Oh, that's the zone.
You got
them on the zone.
Easter versus Bartholomew coming back. I'm actually interested in that. And then you got the next weekend, you got Canelo Jacobs.
Easter fight who?
Who? What?
Easter and who?
Francis Bartholomew.
I'm going to go with Francis Bartholomew.
Yeah. Not a bad fight.
Yeah, I want to do that too. I want to see.
That's a all right fight right there. I like that fight.
Yeah. And then that's on the 27th. Then the next weekend, it's the 4th. We got Canelo Jacobs, Arthur Beterbiev against Hot Rod, Rochelle's fighting Vargas, Hurd versus Julian Williams, Josh Taylor versus Baranchik on the 18th. It just
I might put some money on
it's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks in a row of solid of good to excellent fights.
I might put some Monopoly money on Hot Rod.
That's not a bad bet. Not a bad bet. Not a bad bet.
Well, outbox Turbiev.
Yeah, that's on the 4th. The 11th is the Burchelt, Vargas, Hurd, Williams, Josh Taylor is on the 11th, or the 18th rather.
Yeah,
Billy
Taylor's
Joe's
on the
fighting.
18th. Also on the 18th is Inoue and Rodriguez.
Is the Inui fight on the 18th as well?
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
on the same card. That's Inoue and Rodriguez is on the same
okay,
card.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
the undercard to Josh Taylor and Baranchik.
Okay, we got that. You got the Billy Ho fight, Deontay Wilder in Brazil, and then the weekend after that,
Possibly
or maybe-
Usyk and Takam, or maybe the 18th or the 17th is what's
Yeah.
being mentioned as well.
although it looks like after the 18th, there's like 2 weeks of nothing. Then June 1st is when you got Joshua Miller, Milwaukee Breedis. I didn't know about Milwaukee Breedis. How'd I miss that coming up? That's not bad. Not a bad fight.
Yeah, Glavatsky Breedis is part of the World Boxing Super Series as well. I think
That's right. Okay.
Dartikos and Tabiti might be fighting on that card.
There you go again. And then you got the last thing I see on the list for the 15th of June will be Warrington Galahad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, from about what did I say? Where's that SSR fight? Is that the 20th?
Yep.
Is that damn thing? Yeah, from the 20th. Yeah, from the 20th of May till June 1st or June 15th rather. It's going to be pretty much all good weekends for fights.
Apparently, both the cruiserweight fights will be taking place on the same card. Just looking at it here on BoxRec. So Breedis against Glavatsky and Dartikos against Tabiti are both on the same card. That's fantastic.
Those are both excellent fights.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, we'll have the Inui. We'll have Inui and who? Who's Inui fighting on the same card?
Inui and Emmanuel Rodriguez is on the same card as Josh Taylor and Ivan Baranchik.
Oh, there you go, that one. Yeah. Then that means the 27th, the Pro Grey Relic one probably has something on the undercard I'm not thinking of too.
Actually, Pro Grey and Relic apparently is the undercard to Nonito Donaire and Zolani Tete. It might be the other way around. So those fights will be taking place on the same card as well. And that's actually the 27th of April. Hold on. That's the 27th of April, Donaire and Tete. Okay.
Yeah, same day as Reeves, Pro Grey, and Relic.
That could be a good fight, you know?
Yeah.
Donaire, Tete, and Relic and Pro Grey, man.
That's what I'm saying. All these weekends in a row beats from about the 20th on. April 20th on. They're all going to be really good fights.
And when's Rung Vasoi fighting Estrada? Let me see this.
From the 26th on. That's when the real serious ones fight. And the first one is SSR and Juan Estrada.
Pretty good, people. I mean, Rung Vasoi Estrada. I think Estrada would do it this time.
Yeah. So, just run it down. You got Rung Vasoi Estrada. You got Pro Grey Relic. Any thoughts on that? Anybody?
Pro Grey and Relic. I'm going to go for... it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, man. People don't rate Relic as highly as they should, man. He said he beat Ricky Burns easy last time, in my opinion.
He got a crazy work rate, too.
That was a robbery.
Beating Ricky Burns is like beating David Price down, Dave.
And then you got the Donaire Tete fight also.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Rung Vasoi versus Estrada.
Yeah, what do we got
card?
on the undercard of that?
Danny Roman versus TJ Dehaney in the IBF WBA World Super Bantamweight title fight unification.
Oh, excellent!
And we've got Humberto Soto against Jesse Vargas.
Old ass Humberto Soto, man. What do they do?
We also have Scott Quigg versus TBA and Anthony Sims Jr. versus TBA.
Scott Quigg.
Because Humberto Soto looked like Sugar Ray Robinson getting Brandon Rios like last month.
that's so true, man.
Humberto's got some skills, huh?
I like
Yeah,
the Danny Roman. I like the Danny Roman TJ Dehaney fight. It's a unification of the IBF and WBA supers.
Yeah, where's Nout at when we need all the details on it?
Well,
Now it's
TJ
probably at
Dehaney
work.
is an undefeated guy who's 21-0. He's Australian Irish. He was born in Ireland, but he's taken on nationality of Australian through the years of living over there. He beat Takahashi in his last fight in Owasawa, two former title contenders themselves. So he's gotten some good ones. He's pretty good. He's not bad. And Danny Roman, obviously signed to the Zone, 26-2. He beat Gavin McDonnell late, and he beat Moises Flores by unanimous decision. And to pick up his belt, if I'm not mistaken, he had to go and beat Shun Kubo, and he beat him by a TKO. And Shun Kubo has only lost that one fight to Danny Roman, and he's previously been in there with the likes of Benji Sujabon and Lloyd Jaradizella. So he's not a bad fighter either. There you go.
What about the Cannoli Jacobs undercard? Any word on what's going to be on that yet?
Nah.
I'm gonna go and check Saul Alvarez. Where are you at? 51-1-2. It's been a while since I've looked at that. Holy crap. Events. So Daniel Jacobs versus Canelo, the event. Nothing there.
Nothing set.
Yeah, man, some of those undercards are cracking. Like, we're getting unification fights, we're getting tournament fights.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's a great stretch. You got like here. You got in a row. I'm looking at the boxing schedule. You got Easter Barthélemy, followed by Alvarez Jacobs, then the Beterbiev Hot Rod, then Burchelt Vargas, and then Hurd versus Williams, then Josh Taylor versus Baranchik.
Keep
and
talking.
Then Billy Ho has to raise his ugly head in the middle. But then we get Wilder Brazil, Joshua Miller, Milwaukee Bradis, and then Warren Kigali.
I'm still cracking up at Frank Warren. He says Billy Joe is obviously a big draw. He's fighting in a stadium fight. Mate, he's fighting at the Lanix.
It's a stadium.
He's fighting at the Lanix.
Against some guy named Asufi that I at least know nothing about.
Is Sophie she fat? She's fat. Is Sophie? I heard Sophie is fat. She's fat. Is Sophie?
I get you.
Lanix Stadium capacity. Let me have a look at it. 6,722. Stadium.
Yeah, it's kind of a stadium, Frank, but not really.
Beats, I've been to the Lamix. Like, I went to see Stevenage play like 6 or 7 times because I lived in Stevenage for a while. So, like, it's a shithole. There's arenas out there. Like, come on.
I was going to say, what kind of stadium? A lacrosse stadium?
It's actually a soccer stadium.
Really? That seems like an awful small seating capacity.
But it only holds 1,000 more people than the Royal Albert Hall. And the Royal Albert Hall at one point did hold much more than that, but now it's been like taken down to 5,500.
So what is it like? Is it like a minor league or whatever you guys call it over there? Soccer league system or field? Or
Stevenage Football Club is like in League 2. They used to be kind of a non-league team. It's like it's hard to explain.
League 2, like over here, like in baseball, they've got major leagues and they got you AAA, AA, and single A. They call them the Bush
Okay,
leagues.
so League 2, right? Over here we have the Premier League, the Championship, League 1, and then League 2, right? League 2 is our 4th division, the lowest of the professional leagues.
Gotcha.
So,
although in don't teams actually have to like win a certain amount just to qualify to play in some of those leagues?
Oh yeah, they needed to come up from non-league if they were ever there. I don't know much of the history of Stevenage Football Club. I don't think anybody really does. But
Yeah, it
There
was
you
a
go.
general question. I was just asking a general question because I thought I'd heard that before.
What position are Stevenage in? The Lamex. They should call it the Jordan Stadium.
The fact that Frank held that as a stadium fight is kind of funny, isn't it?
Well, that's
Oh,
Frank
that
being
cracks me
Frank,
up.
isn't it?
That cracks me up.
Of course he is, Beats. Of
I
course
don't
he
know
is.
whose channel it was, but it was an American interviewing him, and they were like, "So, what do you think? How big is this of a fight?" He said, "Well, obviously, it's a brilliant fight. This is a stadium," and the American said, "It's a stadium? Wow!" I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, he's fighting at the Lamech Stadium just outside of London, right? It's like really trying to sell it, like just outside of London. He's like Ryanair, Frank is."
And then he said that it would be easier to commute there back and forth than the O2 Arena. In Hertfordshire, really? No, I'm not sure about that.
Frank is funny, man. He reminds me of Ryanair. Like
Frank is always working, man. He's always working. He's always working.
Dublin to America via Dubrovnik.
It's a joke, Frank. It's a joke.
Stadium 6,000. Get that out. Stadium. There's high school stadiums in America that have 3 times the capacity.
Yeah. It's a sad thing. Davos, he says, "What's up, Beats? What's up, Nev? New Day says White should fight Ortiz, finish the Ortiz Boogeyman saga." Christian Lewis, he says, "What's going on, Beats McGregor?" He says, "Salute to the chat. Boardroom Bully. Clit should fight Wilder's guard on high blood pressure Ortiz." Yeah. Boxing for IBF in Brazil to stand up to Wilder power. It's a 50-50 fight. If he can stand up to the power, I think it's in Dominic Brazil's favor, to be honest. I'll give it 60-40 to Dominic if he stands up. I mean, Wilder's not going to outbox him. He's going to knock him out. If Wilder's going to do anything, it's going to be with power. He's not going to outbox Brazil. I wouldn't have thought. I don't even see him outboxing Brazil. It's going to be a power display for him to get any result. Boardroom Bully says the Wilder fight, then AJ. Yeah. Obs, I think Wilder and AJ both won't look good. Jake Cleary, New Day says, "Will I be able to watch Warrington and Barry on some stream?" Because he cancelled. Never needed to use a stream before. I don't know about that. Christian Lewis, he says he sees Brazil fading down the stretch. Yeah, if you put him under pressure, you got to put him under pressure to him to fade. Now, Wilder can hurt him with single shots, but to make Brazil fade, you have to put Brazil under pressure. You don't just fade like that. Carlton Palmer, would Vlad feast on a guy like Ortiz? He said Vlad would feast on a guy like Ortiz. Can Vlad beat Ortiz? Come back?
Sure he could. I'd be interested to see it. I mean, they're both about the same age.
I'm not going to overstate.
Ortiz, back to Chris's point, real quick. I'll let you go. Back to Chris's point. We could say what we want about Ortiz. Ortiz has been he's at least been taking professional punches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long has it been since Vlad took professional punches? 2 years.
It's been over 4 years since Vlad won a fight.
No. But I'm just looking at when has he been in there and experiencing professional boxing? How long has he been away from it? It's close to 2 years, isn't it?
Hey, now, what real fights has Ortiz had apart from the Wilder fight?
He's but that's not the point, Beats. He's still fighting actual fighters and being active. That's the thing.
What, Kajanu and Daniel Marks? And what was the other guy?
Yeah, not the best professional boxers, but he's actually been in there doing it. My man's been retired doing nothing.
To be fair, Christian Hammer isn't a bad fighter.
Yeah, that's one of his better tests. You know what I mean? So they'll have the Christian Hammer fight in his favor, I'd say, yeah.
Although, to be fair, Vlad apparently has been sparring with the likes of Usyk recently.
Yeah. I think that's good, a bit better preparation than apart from the Christian Hammer fight, which you could say is decent preparation. The rest, Daniel Marks, and no. I can't go there, Doc.
Dude, I'm sorry, Beats. Professional fights, even against bums, are still more physical endeavors than sparring when you're retired. It's not the same. I'm not talking about, you know, how much they improve you as a fighter or anything. I'm just talking about being in it and experiencing the physicality.
I would rather professionally fight Daniel Martz any day than spar with Alexander Usyk.
Exactly. I think I'll go there as well.
Okay, you do that, and do proper training camps and all that goes with it. Like I said, it's not.
I don't think you really need a proper training camp to fight Daniel Martz.
Nah, he's not good. He's not good at opposition. I mean, Tyson used to beat them guys up like once a week, and that level.
Well, Tyson would beat all these dudes up probably for once a week.
Daniel Martz would beat Tyson.
Stop it.
Well, Mike Tyson.
I'm trolling, beats.
Okay. Jeff Boxing, I think Miller's got more tools than Brazil. DRB Newly, what's up, Chris McGregor, Boxing Beats.
What up?
Like button, shout to the super chat.
Oh my God.
You ain't got no super chat up yet.
No, I ain't got the super chat. I'm on suspension. Jake Cleary. Thanks. Mr. Duck, what's up? Boxing for IBF. Wilder's got that out of jail card every fight. Well, I think, even with Brazil, I think it's an out of jail thing as well, where his power is going to be the deciding factor. I don't see him out boxing Brazil. I think it would be a power display. That's what I see. You know, Carl Palmer from the eye test. Miller is better than Brazil.
I agree with you, Carlton.
Yeah, I agree. I'd have to agree.
We'll have to see. Jeff Boxing. Wilder lowers expectations every time he gets into the ring, in my opinion. I wouldn't count Dominic out, but Wilder should get the KO. Yeah.
I'd like to see Miller in Brazil, man.
Miller in Brazil.
Oh, for sure, yes.
I'd love to see that. That's a scrap. Two big lumps getting it on.
Not a bad matchup.
I think their styles also suit each other and they gel for an interesting fight.
Yeah. Not bad matchup.
Yeah. Hey, the division needs. I've said it a million times. It needs more fights like that. You know. It's not just about the championship fights that aren't happening that are hurting it. It's also those kind of fights that should be happening and aren't, that hurts.
Yeah, like imagine Kovnatsky in Brazil, or Kovnatsky and Miller, or Kovnatsky and White, and Brazil and White, and Brazil and Miller, and all these fights.
George
these are all
Washington
great
around
fights.
all the time and shit. Fight each other.
Hell yeah.
They all want to punch up on Kajanu and Hammer and you know what I mean?
And Travis Kaufman.
Yeah, and Travis Kaufman.
Or whatever his name is, or Safa Safiri.
Oh, and Dino from Flintstones. Don't forget him. He's like the latest guy they want to pass around. Yeah, Bogdan.
Like, could you imagine like a triple header of heavyweights? Like if you had like Dillian White against, I don't know, let's just say Luis Ortiz, because people keep mentioning it, right? As like the co-feature to Joshua Wilder, and then just below that you had Kovnatsky and Miller. What a fucking card!
Yeah, that would crush it. That would crush. It'd be fantastic.
DRB Louis says if you rewatch the AJ Brazil fight, AJ was about to get him out in the first. The referee jumped in and stopped AJ from finishing. Brazil is garbage. Obs, he says, best chance for Brazil is to get on Wilder's chest. He cannot stay on the end of Wilder's punches. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Boxing for IBF. The Brazil fight was one of AJ's most complete performances. Carl Palmer. Don't remember Brazil even touching AJ. I think it was Povetkin who bloodied his nose. Boxing for IBF. Yes, lean all over Wilder, go to the body. Obs, Ward. Better teach Brazil inside fighting. Yeah, well, you know, he's got Virgil Hunter in the corner. Will that make a difference? Dr. Druid, is it? Dr. Druid, he says, AJ had glandular fever. Okay.
It was glandular fever, yeah, against Brazil, not the flu. glandular fever.
DRB Newly, Brazil is too slow to close the range. Moved up, as I was saying it. What do you say? I lost it. Princess, where am I? Hot Rod beat the shit out of Marcus Brown for boxing for IBF. Yeah, he did. Definitely.
And that, like you kind of alluded to, Beats. See, Wilder should have the tools to outbox Brazil, but we all know he won't.
Yeah.
Because he should. I mean, he has fast enough feet. He's got fast enough reflexes. He's got the reach and the power. By all rights, he should be able to just stick on the outside and make it, a nightmare for Brazil. Easy work. But, you know what I mean? At some point, his footwork's going to let him down, and Brazil will get inside.
Man.
It's crazy to think that Wilder has a larger reach than Dominic Brazil.
He's got a crazy reach.
I think Brazil's got about 80-inch reach.
According to box records, 81.5.
Okay. Yeah.
But when I saw them standing next to each other, Brazil looked a lot taller than Wilder.
He did look a lot taller.
Well, he's
I'm
a
talking
bigger
at
guy. He's
least an
definitely
inch.
bigger.
It was
At least an inch.
about the same height as Fury. Maybe the shoes, maybe a platform shoes on the side.
Well, I think it's also the size. He's a bigger dude. Even if they were the same height, Brazil would still be a bigger dude. He outweighs him by, 40 pounds?
Because he was taller than AJ, but he didn't look bigger. Look more. I mean,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they were probably about the same mass, roughly, him and AJ.
yeah.
To answer the question on the weight, for his last 4 fights, Brazil's come in at 255, 263, 255, and 256.
So I wasn't far off then when I said 40 pounds, because
Wilder's
Wilder
come in
came
at
in, what,
215,
215?
209, 218
Yeah.
and shit. So, yeah, you're looking at 40 pounds there.
So, I mean, that makes that inch of height it'll make it look a lot bigger because he's a bigger dude, you know what I mean?
He's a big lump.
Lack of mass is gonna give him trouble this fight. I think his lack of mass.
Well, that's what we were saying about Fury. Remember, that's a big dude. That's sometimes it's just a really big dude to try and put down.
It did give Wilder trouble.
If I remember correctly, both me and Beats kept saying the one thing Fury needed to do was actually use his weight to his advantage, like getting on top of him, cutting him off, getting him in his face, fighting kind of like how he was fighting with how John McDermott kind of made Fury have to fight. And that's how he kind of would have had to do things. And I actually think Dominic Brazil, he's not as skilled on the outside as nearly anybody in the heavyweight division or even on the inside. But I think it's more suitable for him to actually do that type of fight because I think that's his only option. So I think this could be dangerous on that aspect.
Somebody mentioned the Andre Ward connection, and I think the more germane connection there isn't Ward himself specifically, but rather the Ward versus Kovalev fights. What was Kovalev? Rangy puncher, right?
Yeah.
And so Virgil Hunter knows what to do against a guy like Wilder, I would think.
Well, not necessarily. I had Kovalev winning the first fight. But the second one, they made the adjustments. But, it's to they get through to the second fight. Well, that's the thing.
Well, obviously the fighter has to execute. I was only saying Virgil Hunter knows what his guy needs to do.
But if Brazil beats it, it's back to a rematch, isn't it? So definitely
if they don't have a rematch clause, that would be just like that would be that Wilder needs to fire everybody if he doesn't have a rematch clause.
Really, it's mandatory, so there's no reason for Brazil to necessarily sign a rematch clause in the contract. It's a mandatory. So
I understand that, but if you're a champion, your chief job, if you're the handlers, is to make sure you got a rematch clause, man.
Well, you got Pep Doe for that.
Yeah, I understand that. That's their job. All I said was if Wilder finds out he didn't have a rematch clause, fire everybody.
Huh? See? We'll see what well, a lot of events have got to happen before we find that out. Like Brazil's got to win, and see what he does after that. You know, there's a lot of events, and Wilder's a big favorite. You know, it's going to be very difficult for Brazil to take a belt out. You know.
Well, I can't. I gotta be honest. I part of me is just completely amused to death at the thought of, wow, what would happen to YouTube if Miller and Brazil both won? Talk about cleaning the slate, you know.
Okay.
I'd love to see it just to see the death of all of these arguments.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people would go mad. They wouldn't know what to do.
Let's get the fights made, bro. Let's get the fights made.
Yeah, I'm tired of
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Jarrell Miller versus Dominic Brazil for the undisputed world heavyweight titles at Atlantic Stadium?
The winner get a shot at the buffet. What the hell?
The only A-side arguments that we have there is who's going to get to the buffet car first.
That's definitely good.
My bet is on Big Baby Miller.
I see Miller eating grapefruits trying to lose weight or something. I don't know what that's about.
He eating whole pizza pies when he ain't eating grapefruit.
So was he trying to come in lighter? I thought his plan was to come in big. Let's see. You have to know your boxing beats and rhymes. Don't read any comments. We say salute. Okay. JD, I'll take Haney 2 over Campbell and Garcia. Got very good speed and skills. How good is Haney? I'd have to tune in a bit more. He hasn't really piqued my radar that much, to be honest. You know? Delboy says he'd take Haney. Was that over Garcia? Jeff Boxing. I want to see Teofimo versus Luke. That would show quite a bit. D.O.B. Newly says Ryan Garcia isn't ready. A. Hobbs, he says Garcia's got quit in him. Jeff Boxing, I want to see Teofimo Lopez versus Luke Campbell. Okay. Boxing Killers TV. Price called out Klitschko today, April Fools. Yeah, I think that one, if one was April Fools, it was that one there. Hey, Hobbs, I wish he could fight Tank. Tank will take his soul. Would he? Would Tank take his soul?
Has Tank's opposition, I mean, outside of, what's his name? Pedraza been much better than Garcia's?
Jeff Boxing, yeah. Only the second one was televised by, I know about the first fight, the Marciano, the Stars of the first, only the second where he knocked him out the ropes. But the first one, was there actually footage of it? No, there wasn't. I'm not sure. I don't think there was. Yeah, he outboxed Rocky and he outpunched him actually. The second one, he was doing pretty well. Then Marciano punched him out the ring. Yep. Boxing for IBF. The Zone's 100 million slave wages salute. Damn. Yeah, man. New Day. $100 super chat. Salute. Fuck the UK King. Wilder. Beats. Old peasants. Bum squad. Okay. Okay. That says the New Day. He started trolling now, yeah?
Oh, you got trolls up in the chat now, Beats?
Yeah, few trolls. It's all good. Few trolls. Boxing Killers TV. Will Anthony Yard pull out of the purse bids next week?
Yep.
Yeah.
If they don't win the purse bid, I would assume so.
Listen, even if Kovalev agrees to go to Britain, they're going to find their way out of the fight somehow. I have to believe that.
You're going to have a trick knee start acting up or something?
Yeah, I don't want to smoke, man. I smoke alarms ready, bro.
My favorite still is when he went 10 steps further and said after they beat Kovalev, they're going to move up to cruiser and heavyweight. I mean, I'm not even. I mean, do you think he could even compete at cruiserweight meets? He's kind of short, isn't he? 6 feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. We haven't even seen what he can do at light heavy yet. So bit of a jump. You know, at least do something in your weight class and then talk about the other weight classes. I would have thought.
Well, you can't question Tunde's confidence, I guess.
Yeah, man. If they put the one of Joshua's fights in White Hart Lane, I'm turning up, man. Eddie Hearn reveals shock venue. Anthony Joshua could be fighting at Tottenham. I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah, I don't know about Yard and the purse bid, man. No clue.
No, I hope the fight happens. To be honest, it's definitely compelling. Beats is like compelling if I thought it was going to happen, right?
Jeff Boxing says I shit on Amir Khan for 6 years, but I've got to say, dude's an overachiever. He's fought names. Told, how can I send a super chat? I don't know. Hey, Obs, this myth of Khan is annoying. Who has he knocked out at 147? Who has he outboxed at 147? Well, he outboxed Devon and Louis Collazo. There is standout performances in the weight class. Fitzy versus Cheeseman next. Is that next? Hey, I tell you what, I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find them pictures, man. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. See if I can find the screenshot first. Damn. Might not be for a while. Might not be for a while. Now, why aren't you moving? Question. Okay. That one. Where is it? What's that? Who is that? Let me shoot it. All right, it's Joshua Waxy. Here it is. Here it is, man. Well, the Big Daddy Kane said, he said pimping ain't easy. I'll tell you, but boxing ain't easy. Boxing ain't easy. So you want to be a boxer? That's the winner. That's the face of the winner. See the face of the winner, people? That's the winner's face, bro. That's Fitzgerald.
Damn.
I want to see the other cat face if that's Fitzgerald.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, time for him to go sleep in a dark room for about a week.
I mean, that's British level, man. It's like flipping, man. Yeah. Dio Benuni, Mr. Duck, salute. Salute the Admiral Chris Caban. No doubt. Tone. What's up? Hey, Obs. Yep. I'm a card. Hey, Obs, he is not beating Crawford. This is silly. Can't pardon me. He wants to take the super chat proceeds and get me to read the comments. Yeah. Price versus Ali 2. Oh, God. There's Jeff Boxing. Jeff Boxing. I see Loma stopping Crawler. I expect a better Loma than his last two with that injury. I don't. I think he struggles at this weight class from here on. I think a lot of the fights, unless they get cherry picks, I think he struggles at this weight class. You know what I mean? Them 135 pounders, they're coming in at light welter on this guy. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, man. You know, I think Crawler's going to hang in tough. I think if he can land a few body shots at the moment, it could be interesting. Boxing for IBF. Let's go for Easter Euro Fighter channel. Okay, these guys are talking mad shit on this the super chat. Basilio DeMarco, Paddy DeMarco. Yeah, that was a good fight, yeah, boxing. For IBF, let's go full King.
I gotta jump off for a little while. I'll talk to y'all later if y'all ain't up here.
Yeah, man. Delboy, what's up?
All right, man. Peace.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna cut this one off soon. Oh, I see what you're talking about, Dion Biduli. I mean, yeah. We'll ignore him. Dion Biduli at Boxing Killers TV, and shout out to the Corporal Gregor. Smash the like button. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna crash out at this point here. I think we've done quite a bit. We covered quite a lot there, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it as always, Beats.
Oh, no doubt, Mr. Duck. McGregor, Chris Caban. Big yourselves up. Yeah, man. Hey, obviously he's got videos of her busting it wide open. Boardroom says Jenny looks like a tranny. I don't know about that.
That's a bit strong. I mean,
That's a bit strong.
She's definitely looking like she's trying to transfer some of the money to her bank account.
Yeah. No. All right.
So, like, what did Nada call that Gloria Allred? Oh, she started calling Gloria All. He started calling Gloria Allred Gloria y'all in the red. She takes you, puts you in the red. You know.
Gaz Wells, he says, Big Baby getting KO'd. Lorraine Holtz, Mayweather Buddy, Loma Mikey, four-man tournament. Hey, Ob said Easter is finished.
Has Easter even? I don't think Easter has fought since he got punched up by Mikey, has he?
I'm not too sure. I think he might have done it.
Let me see.
Princess Patel said he's been informed he will be WBO Mando after the WBSS is over. Fair play to that. With a major TV network. Major promoter. I'm not sure. That could be April Fool's Company. That could be April Fool's. Boatsy and Smith. And Joe Smith, Cotton Palmer, will probably be on the AJ undercard. Serious? Oh, no. I mean, that's Joshua Boatsy and Cannon Smith fighting in their respective weight classes.
No, but yeah, Easter hasn't fought at all. He's going right from the Mikey defeat back in, let's see, That would have been July of last year. He's going straight from that to Bartholomew.
Yeah.
And for Bartholomew's part, he's been a little more active. He got one fight in after the Relic loss, and that was in late December of last year. So he's only about 4 months out of the ring, Bartholomew.
Okay.
I might have to. I wasn't sure. I might have to lean with Christendom towards Bartholomew.
Could be interesting. Depending.
Definitely an intriguing matchup. I always thought Bartholomew was at his best at lightweight.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I haven't seen what he's done. He hasn't fought for a little while though. It depends what he's got left as he deteriorates in the inactivity.
Yeah. Is he going to be the same guy from, like, for example, the Shafikov fight? That's like one of my favorite fights of his.
Has he been living the life? You know, has he been living?
That too. And is Salas going to work his corner, or is he going to bail out for a bigger paying gig at the last second again?
Yeah. Diobinuli says Wilder will outbox Brazil like he did Stavern. I don't know. Brazil's got a bit more length than Stavern, hasn't he? So let's see. Boxing for IBF. Frank can't promote for shit. He does nothing to contribute the hype of a fight. Yeah. Lorraine Holtz, Andorra, Catalonia, Sardinia. I don't know what she's saying there. Boxing for IBF. Ortiz needs legs to catch up Vlad consistently. AOBs, one right hand from Vlad, and Ortiz is on skates. Diobinuli says Hammer is Ortiz's best win. Yeah, it's probably some part with the Brian Jennings one. Yeah, it's definitely on par. You know, boxing for IBF, Hammer hurt Ortiz. Imagine that Dr. Steelhammer raining down on Gramps. Yeah, I mean, not being funny. If Hammer can give him that kind of fight, I'd have to have Vlad the favorite.
Oh yeah, you'd have to favor Vlad just on his pedigree. On his pedigree. Like I said, the question for me is, I don't care what kind of sparring you've been doing or how weak the other guy's competition has been. If you haven't been engaging in the physicality, the full physicality of professional fighting, it's not something you can just jump right back to and have it be the same.
Vlad's never out of shape, and he's done it so many times. He's an Olympic gold medalist. The pedigree, I mean, can shorten the odds on what you just said there. Can change the odds up a little on.
A little, yeah, a little. Like I said, obviously he'd be the favorite. That'd be madness to think otherwise.
If Vlad lands that right hand like he did on AJ and Ortiz goes down.
Yeah. But I mean, if Vlad lands that right on anybody, odds are that you're hitting. Well, first off, you are hitting the canvas for one. If you get up, it's very questionable.
Diobinuli says, to be fair, Ortiz beats Jennings far better than Vlad did. I don't know. Who took more punches? I think Ortiz took more punches. I think he finished it better than Vlad. Yeah, finished it better. And Jennings was more aggressive against Ortiz. No excuse, but he was more aggressive against Ortiz. Against Vlad, he was very safety first, apart from some body shots. Quite safe.
Yep. And like you said, Vlad fought safe behind his jab in that fight. I can still remember that fight. It was he got a bit criticized for that at the time.
Yeah, he did. Interesting. We'll see what he does in the comeback.
In fact, I think Jennings was his last fight over here, wasn't it?
What, in America?
I think so.
His last fight? What do you mean his last fight?
His last fight in America. Because after that, wasn't it? Who did he fight after? Yeah, he fought Fury over there in Germany, right? And then and he fought AJ over in London.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, they're saying ESPN is reporting that Mayweather in bad shape. Roger. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I heard he had some kind of kidney disease or something terrible like that going on.
Okay. Yeah, man. JD says salute the lion. The lion. JD, I might as well join the army after all this saluting. Salute to the boxing hangout pioneer for real. Okay. Appreciate it. Dion Binuli says at Pete, salute homie. Shout out to the whole non-LDBC. Dion Binuli says salute Fitzgerald. 50 for Trail Swan. Beats, what do you think of Errol Spence acting like a diva? Before it was undisputed only. Now he wants either Pacquiao or Canelo, even though Porter is calling him out. Errol Spence is the reason that I don't have much time for the PBC fighters, you know? Like, they need to change their attitude for me before I start, you know, really getting infused by what they're doing, you know? He's acting like a bit of a bitch, really, to be honest, you know, like, trying to ignore Crawford like Crawford is irrelevant is ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, we keep hearing all the top welterweights are over there, right? And if you're not over there, you ain't gonna get to fight the top welterweight. Well, then the top welterweights can't fight the top welterweights over there. They're not fighting each other. They're 30 something now.
Yeah. Coppin 09, he says, man, these young Americans ain't fighting each other at prospect level unlike in the UK. Yeah, I mean,
thank you. Yes, that's a huge problem with our whole boxing system.
I mean, Fitzgerald didn't have to fight like what's his name, Fowler. I mean, look at the state of his face. That's his 13th fight. It takes a hard task like that. He could have easily got seasoned up before he's taking on such hard tasks. His 13th fight, you know.
But he'll be better for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's, you got to. It started to sound like a bunch of different broken records, but it's just the truth. You can't bring most fighters along, feeding them literal bum tomato cans, and then just pitch them into, like Kovalev, for example. It's, you can't go from the kiddie pool to the ocean. It isn't going to work out well. You need to be tested early on, and you know what I mean. Maybe not mortally tested, but you got to have challenges. When you're developing.
Yeah. Definitely so, man. Definitely so. Mohammed, I know you wanted a link, but I'm about to close up and get some food, to be honest with you. You came earlier. I'm about to close up. Some food. If you get there earlier and ask for a link, I'll definitely throw you one. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna sign off at this point here. Mr. Duck.
Yeah.
Been a pleasure to the chat. McGregor, Chris Caban, and myself. Yeah, man. All the regulars. Big yourself up, man. Always good. Peace.
Peace.